Now I'd like to talk about how we establish the relationship with our partners. I think one of the problems we had with Russia in the program is we treated them like a contractor and actually made them a contractor for certain aspects of the program, but we always expected them to act like a partner. This was a dilemma for them and for us. I grew up in the International Relations Office, and one of the primary principles that I was taught for all of the agreements I was ever asked to negotiate was each side pays for its respective responsibilities. And that usually meant that you paid your domestic contractor to do something, but you didn't pay a foreign partner. Even when we were working with developing countries, we didn't finance cooperation. Each side paid its part, and that was usually no exchange of funds. Now, the International Space Station did expect an exchange of funds because we agreed to share the operating costs, and we had partners with obligations to pay for transportation if they used another partner's vehicle. So there was some expectation that there would be a little bit of exchange of funds. But with the Russians, we established a major new precedent, and that was we created a U.S. element that we purchased from the Russians, and we gave them the impression over time that if it was really important to the United States, we would pay for that element or for that service. And we, in our minds, could separate when we were buying something from them that was a commercial deal, if you will, from what we expected them to do as a full partner to meet their obligations and provide all the elements and services that they should do at their own expense. And this became a conflict many times because where was that line? We treated them like a contractor. We expected them to work like a partner. And we were really trying to get them to do both, but it blurred the lines. I think this was a big mistake. I think we paid for it for many years. And we have lived with this split relationship for a long time. There were times where if we really needed the Russians, after the Columbia accident, for example, they came through and ensured that the program continued to operate because in the end, we have the same goal for a successful program. So when you really push it, they'll come through, no question asked. But if you're in a more relaxed phase of the program and there's time to debate the issue, they're really good negotiators and they can find ways to figure out how to put something on the other side of the line to their benefit. And I think that split relationship was very difficult for the program. So the lesson for exploration is to think about what the initial establishment of your relationship with the partners is. My recommendation would be that you establish from the start an identical cooperative relationship with all of the partners. And for me, that means no exchange of funds. Each participant funds its respective responsibility. They fully pay for their element, whatever their contribution is, and sustain it through the life of the program. We would not pick a partner and make them a contractor for some major element. There certainly can be exchange of funds for some minor services, but we should establish the same cooperative relationship with all of the partners, and that ought to be the expectation for the program.